I wasn't sure what to think when the Mavic Air first came out, but it's really impressive. What is going on, everybody? This is Troy from Striker Blades, and today I have the new Mavic Air. So I've already unboxed this, and I've flown it a couple of times, so I'll give you guys my thoughts on the Mavic Air. First thing that you'll see in the box is this nice new carry case. It's a nice soft fabric here on the outside, but it is a hardcover, so it'll keep the Mavic secure when you're traveling. And then inside, there it is. My Mavic is in the Alpine White. This was the only color option available to me at the time, but it does come in red and black. I like the way that the Mavic Air folds up. It's a very compact design, and it unfolds similar to the Mavic Pro. So the back legs kind of pop out like this, and then the front arms fold open. And then it has these little tabs right here, which I believe have your antennas inside of them. The lens cover on the Mavic Air is a pretty smart design. Some of the other lens covers on previous DJI products may not have been very secure, but this one's super simple to use and it keeps everything nice and safe. So it slides on and then clips into place. So taking a little walkthrough of the Mavic Pro, we can see the propellers are fixed. They do not fold, so similar to the fixed propellers on the Phantom series. At the front, there's obstacle avoidance sensors right here. You have the camera, and then this camera is a 3-axis gimbal. So this way, and this way. This is your power button. There's little tabs here on each side for the battery. So you pull down on those and then out. This is a 2375 milliamp hour 11 volt battery. Underneath, there's more sensors, and on the back, it has obstacle avoidance as well, unlike the Mavic Pro, which only has it on the front. Inside this little panel, there's a USB-C for data transfer, and then a micro SD card slot as well. The Mavic Air does come with 8 gigabytes of internal memory. One thing that they changed on this versus the Mavic Pro is the remote. I do like how the thumbsticks are now removable, and they hide kind of underneath. So these pop out, and then it twists right on. I like the design of how the threads are kind of put together. It keeps everything nice and flush when it's attached, and even when it's not attached, it doesn't feel like you're gonna like cross thread the threads or anything like that. Gone is the screen, so it has the sport switch here right in the middle instead of on the side like on the Mavic Pro, but no screen on this. The controller layout is pretty familiar. Power button, return to home. You can bring the joysticks down and in, and that would start the motors, or through the app you can press takeoff. I'm not sure if they used a different quality plastic, or maybe because it doesn't have the screen it feels a little bit lighter. To me personally, I feel like the quality is a little bit less than the Mavic Pro controller in terms of just like ruggedness and durability. I don't know if that's just because there's less buttons on it or something, but that's my impression of the remote. There's some other nice goodies that come in the box. Extra propellers, that's always nice. DJI is always good at including those. There's power cords, and then the brick right here actually has USBs on it, so that's nice. So you can charge the remote from here, or maybe a cell phone, and then this plugs right into the battery itself to charge up. There's those other USB and lightning connectors right in there. Inside of here is the extra joysticks, and I think this is a USB-C to micro USB adapter, so that you can use the included cord, this one right here, to either transfer stuff from your phone or just as a regular USB, but this USB-C goes right into the back of the Mavic Air. And then something that I have not seen on a larger DJI product before are these guys right here. So that's pretty cool. It comes with propeller guards. I have yet to fly it with the propeller guards on. And the Mavic Air sits right inside. You just kind of line everything up. It clicks like that. Clicks like that. With the propeller guards attached, the Mavic Air looks a little bit larger than it actually is. It's still a small drone, but now it's kind of wide. I don't know. I'm not sure if the propeller guards are going to have an impact on flight characteristics and how quick and sporty it is. I'm also not sure if it's going to have an effect on flight time. So even though the propellers do not fold like on the Mavic Pro or on the Spark, they do have the same quick detach system. So you push down, You can rotate the motor and then they just pop off. Very simple. I'm going to take the propellers off and hook this up to the remote and tell you guys a little bit about what I think of the flight characteristics and things like that. I think it's just me, but I don't like the little power-up sound on this one. On the Mavic Pro, it sounds really cool. On this, not so much. So I'm not sure how many DJI pilots actually know this, but if you don't have your phone attached, you can bring these sticks down and then in, and then it powers up the motors. So one of the things that I've noticed in my few flights with the Mavic Air is in sport mode, it's not very good at taking video. This drone is pretty quick. It's small, but for it to move as fast as it does, it pitches very far down like this. So your video comes out kind of choppy when you're flying in sport mode. Because if you move it to the right or to the left and give it like full input, it twitches really fast. And then the camera has to jiggle with it. And it cannot move with enough range as the range of the drone does. So same when moving forward in sport mode, when it pitches down, the camera hits the top of the drone. It looks up so high it's hitting here because the pitch is so much. So it flies really well in the normal mode, but in sport mode, it's not very good for video. One other thing that kind of shocked me about this drone is it's very loud. It's probably one of the loudest drones I've ever flown, aside from my Vortex 250 Pro, which is designed to go 70 miles an hour. This thing, I know it's small, but these motors have to be spinning incredibly fast to make as much noise as it's making. And I guess it kind of has to, because this drone's actually quite heavy. I was surprised when I first picked it up how much weight there is to this little drone. Some pretty cool things that can be done through the app is object tracking. So as you're flying, you can select maybe a person or a car, and then as that object, whatever it might be, is moving, the camera will track that and the drone will move in the air to follow that object. There's different gestures that you can do. So as the drone is flying, you can move your hand up and it will go up, or move your hand down and it will go down. So there's different gestures that you can do with the drone. That's kind of interesting. So I have a couple more videos coming out of the Mavic Air. I'm going to be testing out these rear sensors and see how well those work. I'm actually going to take a walk through the forest and use the active track and see if it bumps in anything. We'll see how that goes. Be sure to subscribe so you can see when that video comes out. I'm also going to be doing a comparison with this and the Mavic Pro, so you can see the comparison between those two drones. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below what you guys think of the Mavic Air, and we'll see you next time.